Natalie Morris is a CNBC technology contributor. Natalie, happy holidays.
Happy
Good to
holidays.
see you. Any major secrets to finding rock bottom prices on technology?
Well, you want to be quick, but you don't want to be rash. You want to do your homework first. So go to the review sites like Consumer Reports or CNET and make sure that you know what are the comparable technologies to the things that you want. So if you know you want a laptop, have a few in mind that would be acceptable, because you don't want to get something that's cheap and then find out it's cheap.
Natalie, what's the buzz? What's the most compelling thing you've heard so far?
Well, so far, Apple is introducing many new features for iOS and iOS devices. They talked about selling over 250 million iOS devices. So now they're going to upgrade the software, and it's going to have so many new features, over 250 new features, including better notification and also something called Find My Friends, where you can find your other friends based on using a map. So I can just look and see, where's my husband, where's my kid, which is a cool thing. Google already has something sort of like this. So I think people are really going to like this. And then, of course, we're waiting for the official announcement about the next iPhone, which we think will be called iPhone 4S.
Natalie, wait a minute here. You said find my husband.
Really
You said that was a cool thing, Natalie.
I think it's a cool thing. I actually do use Google Latitude with my husband a lot of times, because when he's fooling around at Home Depot, I want to know where he is and when he's coming home, especially if I'm expecting him to bring dinner. I want to know when my pizza is arriving.
Good morning. That's right. It's the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1. This is Samsung's new tablet, and it's in the Galaxy lineup where they already have a smartphone. And some things of note about this lineup is that this one has a stylus. It's called the S Pen. It's got a sort of an eraser on the back end, so you can erase things. So you can imagine that this would be useful for not only the artists, but also people in industry, say doctors or lawyers who need to just jot things down quickly and then have those notes later. So we know that Samsung is already eating into Apple's market share when it comes to smartphones. That's exactly what they want to do when it comes to tablets. They also need to make it clear that this is their own thing. They're not copying Apple's tablet. They believe that this is really a useful tablet. They showed it off already in the winter of this year in Barcelona in February. And since then, it's coming out, and they're saying it's more powerful than ever before. Again, it's a 10-inch tablet. We don't have pricing yet. We know there have been pre-orders already overseas. We're waiting for pricing. We think it'll probably be more competitive with the iPad than with the Kindle Fire. So more on the higher end of the tablet pricing. Also, I'm interested in how much a replacement stylus would cost, because at the rate in which I lose pens, I probably will need to buy a few of those as well.
Well, it's called Brooklyn Ventures. It sees itself as a bit hipper than its Wall Street counterparts.
I'm interested in a wide variety of tech-enabled companies, from cloud-based companies to e-commerce.
Charlie O'Donnell, a venture capitalist who's invested in companies from Chloe and Isabel to Docracy to GroupMe, which sold to Skype for a reported $85 million in 2011, established Brooklyn Bridge Ventures in January of this year. It is his attempt to foster small businesses in Brooklyn, New York, where he was born and raised.
Brooklyn is known for being home to artists and creative types, which O'Donnell says is a real asset to the New York startup community.
Shoppers are used to having to look for signs or directories with "You Are Here" dots to find out where they are, but not anymore. If indoor map makers have their way, they'll be able to use your mobile device to pinpoint your location within 5 to 10 meters.
Search store layouts, find dressing rooms, escalators, and bathrooms all on a Google map. Some companies, such as Point Inside, can even direct you to specific aisles within stores to find items such as peanut butter or toilet paper.
As maps get better and better, I do think this will be part of the everyday experience.
While Google's indoor maps don't yet point customers to deals and discounts, competitors in the indoor mapping space see the application providing much more in the future. Imagine searching for some macaroni while in the supermarket and being able to find not only the aisle, but also a coupon.
People will discover it naturally by using the application. We want to make a seamless experience, so when they find it, it's just part of their normal everyday usage of maps.
Now, for retailers who want in on this action, Google does have web programs that you can use to upload maps of store layouts. Competitors in this space include Point Inside, as well as a Silicon Valley company called Michello. So this makes it kind of a modern-day cartography race to chart not only the great outdoors, but also the great indoors.
And I know it sounds a little guileless to say, but I still do think that eco-friendly gadgets are a budding and viable industry. So this is a click wheel thermostat. They're calling it the thermostat of the 21st century. And if you take a look at it, you notice it's just basically an iPod scroll wheel. You turn it up, you turn it down. Once you get a good look at this thing, you'll go back to your thermostat in your house and you're like, this is stupid. Why do I need 70 buttons to just turn it up a little, turn it down a little? It learns your family's habits and adjusts accordingly. There's a mobile app so that you can warm up the house or cool it down before you even get there. So that's great. Although I can see a little dueling apps. I wouldn't want my husband to have the app on his phone. And then I have it because I like to have climate control.
That's why cars now come with dual climate controls in the front seat, right?
Exactly.
Best marital advice I ever got was
can
split the difference on the thermostat.
Yeah, can I password protect this? Because that's what I want to do.